Hi everyone, in today's video I'm going to be trying out and reviewing some newer products that I've added to my collection. A lot of these products are from smaller brands, which I think is awesome. I really like finding smaller brands to try out because sometimes larger brands, there's a lot behind the scenes that we don't know about what's going on. I feel like smaller brands, especially when there's only like one owner that's super passionate about what they're doing, you're really supporting someone's passion, but also you're supporting better quality products, you're supporting more ethical business practices. If there are any makeup brands you guys want me to try out from smaller brands, please leave them in the comments down below, whether you have experience with them or not. I would love to check them out. I have quite a few products from the brand Refy, which is kind of like an Instagram brand. It's the packaging and the branding, gorgeous. And all of the products that I've seen on anyone, they just look fabulous. So I'm really excited to try those out. I also got some lip products from innbeauty. They do skincare and lip products. I picked up 5 of their lip balms. They were doing 20% off the site, and then the 5 glosses came in a little set that was a little bit discounted. Also going to be talking about 2 products from Youthforia that I have that I was introduced to by Rainier on YouTube and Instagram. She's awesome. I'll leave all her little details down below. I don't have a new face product to try, but this brand Exa, it is sold on Credo Beauty. I think Credo Beauty actually like partnered to create this line, and they are newly sold at Ulta too. That's where I picked up this foundation, but I've had this foundation for a little while. I've used it a couple of times in my videos, but it is a smaller brand. It is a clean brand. I was kind of worried that this shade match wouldn't work for me, but that looks perfect. I'm using the shade 300 Michelle. I love the finish of this foundation. It's so natural looking, but it does a great job covering. So if you have spots and blemishes that you want covered, but you still kind of want your skin to look very skin-like, I think that this would be a really great option for you. I feel like I'm covering my tan on my forehead, but I know that I'm gonna add a lot of bronzer. I have like a cream bronzer that I'm really excited to try. Before I move forward, I do want to take the Refy Brow Sculpt and I'm going to apply it through my brows. The reason why I want to do this step now is because I've seen a lot of people who use this brow product. They apply it as like one of their first steps and then have the brow sculpt kind of dry and it just keeps your brows in place, or it's supposed to. I have tried out this product a couple of times. I haven't used it in this way. I've just used it as a regular brow set, but I am excited to see, you know, how it works when applying product over it, especially because that's kind of how people use this brow product. They apply it first and then go in with a little bit of brow color. So yeah, the product is kind of white, but I think it does dry clear. I haven't had any issues with it yet, kind of like pilling how some brow products do, so that's good. Let me find a close-up mirror. I don't like what it did to my foundation around my brows. It kind of like balled it up a little bit. I might have to go over that with some concealer. Another part of the brow sculpt is that it comes with a little like brush end, and I've seen all the videos where they brush these brows up. Oh yeah, brow product is mixing with the foundation and it is not looking good. That bums me out. That happens really often. I should have learned my lesson with other products and wipe my brows clean before going in with this. Because the only times I've tried this product too is on like bare skin. Like I've only done my brows and that was the only makeup I was wearing. It looks like my brows have dandruff in it. I don't usually do this. I usually just kind of like power through and make it work, but I'm actually going to remove all of the product around my brows. I really should have wiped my brows before I went in with the brow sculpt, but I also know a lot of brow products that don't mix with the foundation and get like that, so I don't know. I do love the use of packaging though, like having the cap be a whole other section of the product. I think that's great. And there's also another brow product that also is very like innovative, has a brush and a little pomade, and it's just in this small tube. So that's awesome. Trying this out again. It is a little bit thicker than like your regular brow gels, but it does have a really good hold. Kind of like soap brows in a bottle. All right, now I'm gonna use the little brush end and really like flatten my brows and brush them. All right, and I'll add a little bit of color to them a bit later, but right now I'm just gonna leave them, let them settle. I'm now going to go in with some of the cheek products from the Refy brand. So I picked up their cream bronzer in the shade Tan. By the way, this brand is also vegan and cruelty-free if you are looking for more products that have that kind of status. I haven't even opened these yet, but I'm really excited to get into them. I'm a little worried because Rainier, she picked up the shade that was one lighter than the Tan, and I feel like we do have similar complexions, so we'll see how dark this ends up being on me. So that is what Tan looks like. It's quite a red tone bronzer, which I actually really like, so I'm excited to get this on. It does come with a mirror, so that's cool, and it is a great sized mirror. I'm using my Rare Beauty brush. It is whatever their foundation brush is, but I have been loving it for cream cheek products. It's like an angled foundation brush, so I really feel like I can get it in like the spots that I need it, and I do a lot of tapping into the skin to blend out the product. Everything just applies so smoothly, and this bronzer is no exception. Like, it is applying so nicely. Yeah, I love hitting the forehead with a little bit of bronzer. My foundation definitely covered up my little sun-kissed look I had going on, but this bronzer is giving it back to me. I love this shade, so I'm glad that that ended up working out. I'm gonna kind of bring it onto the eyelids. I do have an eyeshadow palette from a smaller brand and some new eye brushes from them as well that I forgot to mention in the beginning of the video. So I am gonna be applying eyeshadow today. But yeah, I do like to add bronzer to the eyelids. Adding to my jawline. And I'm gonna lightly tap my brush in. Okay, love, love, love the look of this bronzer. That's gorgeous. So the Refy blush is much tinier than their bronzer, which I think is interesting. Actually, I'm gonna look up the price difference real quick. So the Summer Skin Set, which comes with the blush, bronzer, and the highlight, and you can pick out the colors you want. I think there's only one color of the highlighter. Let me be sure. Yep, only one color of the highlighter. So that's $65 for all three of those products. Individually, the highlighter is $26. The bronzer is also $26, and the little blush is $20. All right, so let me take a look at what Malaya looks like. That is the shade that I got the blush in. I really don't want to break a nail. That is what the Malaya blush looks like. Really cute, basic, kind of like rosy shade. Might have like a little bit of peach in there. I'm taking my e.l.f. Putty blush brush, and I'm just going to start pressing it into the skin. Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have put on the highlight first. I'm going to apply the highlight first on the other cheek. I usually like to apply my highlight first. I forgot, but I know that's a step that some people like might skip altogether, or they definitely do after their blush. So we'll see. I'll do both. Just taking it a little bit on my nose. I like my nose to have color, blush, and bronzer because it just kind of makes the face look a little bit more cohesive, like everything has sort of the same colors going on. Since there's only one shade of the highlight, I'm kind of feeling like this would not look great on a lot of people, especially people with more fair skin tones. So I'm really going to try and sheer it out. I'm just applying a little bit on top of my cheekbone over here. That actually looks beautiful, very reflective, and I really like how smooth this looks. Yeah, that looks good. Let me apply a little bit on the other side. The side I don't have any blush on. So this is actually a lot more reflective and natural looking on the skin than I thought. I think the highlighter is called like a glossy highlight. So maybe the pigments in there are like meant to be really sheared out. Kind of like, so I just kind of rubbed in whatever was left on my skin. That could be worn all over the face or like mixed in with the foundation. I actually feel like I'm kind of excited about this highlight. All right, so I'm going to keep adding more blush. I am going to add more blush on this side. That is also one thing about highlighter after blush is I feel like the highlighter always takes away from the blush a little bit, and I'm such a blush person that I don't want anything taking away from my blush. Moving on to the other cheek, I did like how this cheek looked with just the bronzer. I do feel like if I wanted to do like a only bronzer look, that this could also work really well, like on the apples of my cheeks. I really like how all of those cheek products were applying. Everything was so smooth. So obviously I'm not going to be able to show you guys what this product looks like on my cheeks today. Absolutely will be using it in future videos because I really like it. But this is the Youthforia Chemical Reaction blush oil. This is really such a unique product. I was not expecting it to be so, I guess like calling it an oil is pretty spot on. It's kind of like a lip oil texture, but when applied to the cheeks, you don't look oily, and it's also very easy to use and does not manipulate the products underneath of it, which was huge for me because I do not like a lot of the times, especially with like liquid blushes, or I was kind of thinking that this might be a little bit like of a stain. Those types of products a lot of the times will pick up and lift whatever foundations I have underneath. But this is awesome. I don't ever have that problem. I can use this blush oil over top of a full coverage foundation, no problem, and you know, a light coverage foundation, or I could just wear it on its own. I swatched it on the back of my hand. It does go on clear, but then it changes colors. It's kind of like a pH matching blush, and it also, you know, changes colors a bit more once you start rubbing it in. But it ends up looking a little bit different on everyone, and it's supposed to also have a lot of skin benefiting ingredients in it. They were saying that like when they were testing this product out, they wore it every day, day and night, and noticed an improvement in their skin, which I think is wild. I don't know why you would want to wear it all the time, but that's just kind of showing you that it's probably not going to like break you out or harm your skin. But yeah, it leaves just like a little bit of a stain, and the stain is super beautiful, really natural looking. Again, will look different on everyone, but it is supposed to be a flattering universal color on everyone. And I've also seen this product being used on deep skin, very fair skin, and it looks really awesome on everyone. So yeah, if you were thinking about picking up the Youthforia little blush oil, you've seen that little Instagram ad for it, I would recommend. Also, I opted in to get it in the little pack with a lip gloss. So the only two products they really have are the blush oils. I think they only have the one, but then they have a couple of shades of the lip gloss. So this is the Dewy Gloss Hydrating Lip Gloss, and I got mine in Play with Fire. It's really cute. It's kind of like a reddy peach with some gold glitter going throughout it, or more like gold shimmer. Really smooth, hydrating, gorgeous on the lips. I'll actually show you. I think I'm gonna swatch quite a few lip products throughout this video. Yeah, and I like this one a lot because the color it's not really so strong, but it gives really enough color, and it's also really comfortable. It's not very sticky. Really like this lip gloss. Also, a cool thing about these, which it is kind of making me want to get to more of the glosses, they come with this little, I'm not sure if all of them do, but at least the duo that I got came with this little like magnetic tile, and they have magnets at the bottom, so like it sticks right in there, and it's super cool. Like, how cute is that on your little desk? I think I need 2 more lip glosses because I really want to fill up the rest of the little tile. I'm finding the refy cheek products to be really hard to open without my nails, and I just can't have that. I wanted to look at my cheeks. I love the glow. I like that that highlighter is like not detectable. You can't even see where I put it. It just looks like a really nice natural sheen glow. Love the blush color. I adore the bronzer color. It's gonna have to compete with my other bronzers like my Tower 28, my e.l.f. Putty. I'm gonna be reaching for it a lot, I think. I'm going to prime my eyes really quick, but then move on to my brows. So the two color brow products that I got from Refy are the pomade, and then I also got the little brow pencil. Both of them I got in the dark shades. The brow pomade has two little things to it. So it has a brush on one end, but then the other end of the pomade is the actual little pomade. So you just kind of like dip your brush in there. It is like a really great travel friendly product. I just don't think that this is really necessary. I probably could have skipped out on it. So I'm applying a little bit of the brow pomade. It's not as creamy. I feel like it's kind of like a drier, but not like dry crumbly, more like dry powder formula. And it is applying nicely over top, and it's kind of subtle. I felt like I had a lot on my brush, but I guess I didn't really. I'm gonna do one brow with the brow pomade and then the other brow with the pencil. I'm also kind of like brushing my brows up with the brush. Looks great, looks great, but I just don't really think that you need this product. I find it to be like a little bit awkward, the trying to get the pomade out of this tiny little thing, although I do really like the idea of it. And if you are looking for like a very travel friendly product and you think you might enjoy something like this, definitely pick it up. But I do think I prefer the little brow pencil. So I'm going to use the spoolie end of the brow pencil to brush out the brow that I just did. Hopefully nothing bad happens. I'm getting like a little bit of flaking, but not anything out of the ordinary for a brow product. So the brow product initially came and it was very, very pointy, and I really liked the shape of it. I was kind of wishing that it came with maybe like a sharpening end where I could mold the brow tip to be back in that shape, but no big deal. It's still like a really tiny brow product. It also is really creamy. I'm going in with a really light hand. It's also, you know, nice that I already had my brows kind of shaped beforehand, and I'm just kind of applying the product where I feel I need it. I feel like I'm really struggling. I need to stop brushing and just leave it, but I feel like I'm getting a lot of like little, I don't know. I'm also preferring the look of the pomade. I feel like my brow looks really soft over here. This is my better brow anyway, so the fact that I can't make my bad brow, you know, work is not really anything new. I didn't even put concealer on. Didn't even realize. So the other smaller brand that I forgot to mention earlier, it's called What's Up Beauty. They did send me all of these products. I had never heard of What's Up Beauty before, and they did start as a nail brand, which they actually did also send the nail polishes from this collection. I think this is called like the Monsoon collection. These are what the nail polishes look like. They are really, really pretty colors. I have already swatched all of the colors on my nails. I'm not wearing any nail polish right now though. Some of the colors, they do need 2 coats, but they are gorgeous, and I am in love with this color called Desert Rose. I cannot wait to paint my nails with this later. It has like gold shimmers all throughout it. It's so pretty. It is such like a me color. And then they also sent me a lot of their eye brushes, so I'm excited to use these. And then here is what the eyeshadow palette looks like that they sent over. So it just looks like that. Ooh, that purple is cute. It's kind of sheer, but I don't mind that. Ooh, the blue is really smooth. I'm not gonna, you know me, I'm not gonna use that, but swatch this shade, Desert Rose. I wonder if they have similar names. Oh yeah, the blue nail polish matches the blue shade in the palette. It's called Downpour. in both. Purple is Succulent, matches the shade in the palette. Desert Rose, I just swatched it right here. Beautiful, and it matches the Desert Rose nail polish. That's so cute. That is really so cute. So here's Sun. That shade is Humidity. There's that little swatch down there. That shade is Glow. These are so cute. I'm going to take the shade Dust Storm. I know it's going to be really light, but there's not like a great light transition shade in this palette, and I just kind of wanted to make sure I got a little bit of shadow down first before I start going in with some of those darker mattes. And by the way, I'm taking their R103 blending brush. The next shade I'm going to use is Canyon, and I think I'm going to actually mix Canyon and Dust Storm together just so I don't get that big intense brown shade right off the bat. And loving how these are blending. The brown looks really purpley. That actually looks really cute. I'm excited to get Desert Rose on my eyelid. So I'm going to take Desert Rose, that shade right there. I'm also going to take their R106 brush, just like a little flat eyeshadow brush. I would usually apply the shade with my fingers, but I do want to, you know, try out their brushes and stuff. Okay, I kind of want more like a wash of color. That's why I really like my fluffy eyeshadow brushes from like ColourPop, because it gives me kind of more like a wash. Just going to try and like distribute what I have on my brush between my two eyelids so I'm not using too much. Gorgeous, love it. I'm just going to lightly tap Canyon, focusing on the outer corner, but then dragging it in. Tap, outer corner, dragging it in. I'm going to take this tiny pencil brush. It is their R101 brush, dipping into the Glow shade, giving myself a little inner corner highlight moment. Oh, they do have like a fluffy eyeshadow brush. I cannot wait to use this. This looks perfect. This looks like exactly what I like. This is the R105 brush. I just curled my lashes and applied some of my new e.l.f. Big Mood mascara. I just didn't film it because it's like kind of boring. I'm going to go in now with a little bit of powder. I'm still using my Urban Decay All Nighter setting powder. It's still like a newer product. I don't have anything newer than this though, and I really like it. Going to remove that lip from Youthforia. These are what all three of the new little wet lip oils look like from Kosas. It comes in the little wet set undressed collection. They're all really pretty, and I actually think I want to do like a lip swatch reel on Instagram with these. And then same with the innbeauty little lip oils. I do want to do a little lip swatch reel on Instagram with these as well, but I am going to use one of them. I think I want to try on the Glaze 3, and just looks like this. Like it's like a pink frosted lip. If this is going to give me the look that I am envisioning, it's going to be cute. Smells like lemonade. I really love the applicator. It's so big, but like really fluffy and very smooth on the lips. It's super nice. Going to set my skin, I'm using some of the Urban Decay All Nighter Ultra Matte. I just got a new fan. When I went to the Murakami, I love going to gift shops, so I picked up this fan, one for me, one for my sister, and then I also picked up a book while I was there, but I'm just going to be fanning my face. But yeah, this is the final look. What are we thinking? I'm thinking I love it. I love the eyes. The eyeshadow from this little What's Up Beauty Monsoon, Desert Monsoon palette I'm really impressed. I love it. I love how my eyes came out. My cheeks are gorgeous. I am really going to be using especially the bronzer like all the time, but I am surprised by how much I really liked the highlighter. I don't know how often I'm gonna use it as an actual highlight, even though I just turned and I'm like, oh my god, that looks gorgeous. But like, this would look so pretty mixed with like a full coverage matte foundation. The blush is super cute, really like it, but I have like a million blushes that do essentially this. As far as their brow products go, I think the brow pencil is nice, fine. There's a million brow pencils out there. I think the pomade is unique and could really work for someone who like wanted a nice simple product like this that came with the brush already. Great for traveling. I do really like how it looked in my brows, actually a bit better than how I liked the brow pencil after I applied the brow sculpt. The brow pencil first and then like applying the brow sculpt is totally fine. I just didn't really like how they were meshing together when I applied the brow sculpt first. But that's how I've seen people use it. They apply the brow sculpt first. I don't know. And then as far as the brow sculpt, the times that I have used it and really liked it were also the times that I wasn't wearing other makeup, and I did not like how this brow sculpt reacted with my foundation. So yeah, I'm kind of feeling a little iffy about these products. As far as these little lip oils from innbeauty, I think that they are super cute. I cannot wait to like make my rounds and try all of them. I think that the number 3 glaze, gorgeous, giving me exactly what I wanted, and they're really comfortable on the lips, so they're not sticky. I do think that the youthforia one is a little bit less sticky but still like equally as glossy, so that's interesting. You know, do with that information what you will. But yeah, I think that is it. I love how this look came out. I really had a good time doing my makeup. It had been a really long time, like not a really long time, but it had been a few days since I've put on this much makeup, and I'm feeling good. Really like how everything looked. But I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys thought of all of these products down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you aren't already subscribed, definitely go ahead and do so, and hopefully I see you next time.